This is Wayne Rivers at the Family Business Institute. I want to save you some money today. All of you have heard about the great business book, maybe the best-selling business book of all time, Good to Great by Jim Collins. So I'm going to help you save a little money by making it so that you don't actually have to go out and purchase the book. I'm not suggesting you don't. It's a great book and you'll love it, but I want to cut to the chase with you. One of the things that Jim Collins says, in fact, I think the most important point he makes in the book, is you've got to get the right people on your family business bus. Corollary with that, he says something else that I think people tend to overlook, and that is you've also got to get the wrong people off. Now, right now, as I say that, some of you are clenching up inside because you know in your hearts you've got the wrong people on your family business bus, whether they're family members or not. You know that there are people on whom you should have pulled the plug, people you've given chance after chance after chance, and they're still there and they still haven't materialized into the kind of person that you thought they'd be. You've got to get those people off the bus. So let me tell you a story, and I think you'll be able to relate. So we got a call a few years ago during the onset of the Great Recession, and one of our clients was having to make the first layoffs in the history of his company. He was very upset. Mike, you know who you are. He said he was a little bit, well, frankly, terrified because they'd never had to do this before, and he didn't know what the effect on the company was going to be, and he expected morale with the onset of the recession. He expected morale to be a big problem. He called back about a week after pulling the trigger and letting a couple of people go, and he said the following three things. Number one, the sun came up the next morning. Number two, morale went up in his company. Number three, productivity went up in his company. So by getting rid of a couple of bad eggs, people that really weren't ever mentally or professionally a part of the team, morale and productivity went up. If you do the same thing, you've already identified some people that are not keepers on your team. If you do the same thing and you pull that trigger, your employees are going to come to you and they're going to say, "Whew, man, why didn't you do that 6 months ago? We're so happy. He was holding us back. She was a problem because whatever." Now, why don't they come to you now and make the recommendation to pull the trigger? That's not their job. That's what you have to do as the leaders of the family business. You have to make the tough, horrible, heart-wrenching decisions, and you've got to let people go. But it's the right thing for you. It's the right thing for your people. It's the right thing for your family business. And ultimately, it's the right thing for the people that you dismiss because they're not enjoying life either. Okay? So just as important as getting the right people on your bus, get the wrong people off. Thank you. Wayne Rivers at the Family Business Institute.